What if all the Genshin Impact characters played Windtrace? Who would win, and which characters would get betrayed? The story begins as Venti invites every vision holder to a special game of Windtrace. The game will be held in the entire map of Mondstadt, and to make it fair for everyone, gives them 3 hours to scout the area. The winner of the game will have the ultimate prize of having a second vision, and he can fulfill exactly one wish they have. All the vision holders agree, including Raiden and Zhongli, and then Venti announces the rules of the game. They will be placed in an imaginary world that is the exact copy of Mondstadt, and anything that happens in the game will be back to normal after it finishes. All of their elemental bursts are disabled, but not elemental skills. Venti will be the hunter, and he has to see and identify them for them to be caught. They can turn into only one object that they selected before the game starts, and cannot change the object when the game has already begun. They can turn back into their regular appearance whenever they want. And finally, anything else is allowed. After 3 hours of them scouting Mondstadt, Venti teleports them to the imaginary world, and gives them 30 seconds to hide. And the game begins. Venti sees and catches Noelle, who was trying to help others go hide in the mountain, but was confused herself where to hide. She is the first eliminated. Lisa makes herself get caught by him, because she has no need for a second vision, and has nothing to wish for. As most characters are hiding. Shenhe has an entirely different plan to get that victory. She will just eliminate and get rid of the other competitors herself, leaving her as the last one standing. Shenhe sees Amber and goes towards her. Amber tries to chat a bit, not sensing danger, but then Shenhe suddenly just quietly eliminates Amber. Her movements are very silent and fast, that's why no one hears anything. Venti starts hearing sounds from a distance, almost like instruments. He rushes towards the direction, and he finds Xinyan, who was running, and it was her drums causing the noise. He also hears another sound, and he catches Yun Jin as well, who was running with Xinyan. Next time, don't carry instruments with you. After some time, Venti sees a small bomb falling, and knows immediately whose bomb that is. Klee and Jean were just hiding near a cliff when a bomb fell out of her backpack. Jean wants to use her elemental skill to push Klee away from that area, because there is no way they can outrun Venti by that time. Before she uses her powers on Klee, she tells her to win the game, and if she manages to do it, she should wish for Mondstadt's protection, and wish for it to grow better and be more fruitful. Klee agrees, and she escapes. Jean then gets caught by Venti. Meanwhile, Shenhe eliminates Barbara. Klee then goes to hide with Albedo and Sucrose. On the other side, Razor, Fischl, Bennett, and Eloy are working together and made a temporary alliance. Bennett asks Eloy why she invited him too, when he is bad luck. She says it's a secret, and will tell them when the time comes. Shenhe gets trapped by Kokomi and Goro, and they apologize, because they thought she was Venti. Kokomi says that the trap is all part of her flawless strategy, and she already planned all possible outcomes of what can happen in the game, and she is fairly confident she can win this game for her people. Shenhe says that they are still missing one possible outcome, and she slashes Goro and Kokomi, eliminating them both. A while later, Venti wants to visit Dragon Spine, knowing one particular person likes to go there. Albedo then sees him going up the mountain, and tells them to split up, and either hide or run away. Venti finds where Bomb Girl is, but sees Sucrose while chasing her, so she just captured her first because it's much easier. Klee has a plan to escape, and throws bombs all over the ground, causing an avalanche. This distracts Venti, and he is forced to escape out of the mountain. Klee knows it was dangerous, but she did it all for Jean. Albedo managed to escape the mountain successfully, but thinks Sucrose and Bomb Girl got eliminated, so he sadly just leaves the area. Meanwhile, on the Alliance group, Razor feels danger is near them, but Oz is confident that Venti is far away from them. Then they see firing fireworks near them, and realizes that she is trying to sabotage them. They find Baido, Ayaka, and Toma hiding as well, and realizes that the four of them must be a team. Venti hears the noise, and goes towards them with full speed. They have no more time to run, and Eloy just executes her plan, and throws Bennett towards their hiding place. This gives them bad luck, and a tree falls near them, trapping them. Venti reaches them, and spots Aloy, Razor, and then Bido, and
Yae
stuck in a tree. Ayaka, Toma, and Fish L managed to run away, and Venti somehow didn't find Bennett. Ayaka feels guilty, and knew that they should have stopped them from executing their plan of sabotaging teams. Child sees what Shenhe is doing, and liking the plan decides to do it as well, and fights the first person he sees, which is Yanfei, and he successfully manages to eliminate her. Ningguang finds Klee and heals her injuries from the avalanche, and takes care of her. Child fights Keiching and successfully manages to eliminate her, and Eula carefully spies on Child. Border shrinking time. After 1 hour, Venti gets tired of not finding anyone, and he finally uses her secret weapon, and he says that whoever the next 2 people that gets out will receive lots of Mora and desserts for free. Zhongli and Raiden shamelessly gets out of their hiding spot, and gets caught by Venti. But instead of being eliminated, they get turned into hunters and will help Venti find other people. Meanwhile, Child sees Sarah and Ido together, seemingly fighting, and goes towards them, planning to eliminate them both, but Eula stops him, and starts to challenge him to a fight. Eula thinks that Child was the one that eliminated Amber, and wants revenge for it. Child, not knowing any of their names, says that she only eliminated a girl in a red outfit, and someone with a purple outfit. Eula thinks it's him, and fights him gracefully. They fight for a long time, and Eula is about to lose, and Child gets more and more excited at the thought of winning. She refuses to admit defeat, and goes for the next best option. She screams, attracting Venti, and pushes Child to the ground, and throws her giant claymore at him. She plans to just make them both be eliminated, by them getting caught by Venti. Child tries to make her let go, but Eula's plan ended up working, and Venti manages to catch the 2 of them. Ningguang is with Klee, and suddenly Diona appears, and tells Ningguang that Xingzhou, Chongyun, and Xiangling are in an alliance, and at working together. She thinks of a great idea, but before that, tells Klee to gather more information for her, and in return, she will get a free trip to the Jade Chamber. She excitedly looks around, and Ningguang looks for someone. Thanks to her chain of communications, she knows the general area of where everyone is hiding, and easily finds Hu Tao, and makes a deal with her. Xingzhou, Chongyun, and Xiangling are just hiding in their spot, when suddenly Hu Tao appears in front of them, and starts making jokes. The jokes make Chongyun angry, and starts to lose his cool, and screams. Zhongli hears their arguing, and easily catches Hu Tao, Chongyun, Xingzhou, and Xiangling. The reason Hu Tao did it is because she made a deal with Ningguang. The deal was to make the 3 of them be eliminated, because she sees them as a threat, and in return, she can place posters and advertisements again. Hu Tao happily accepts the deal, and goes to their hiding place. Zhongli realizes something, and just calls Xiao's name, and he just appears in front of him. Zhongli just awkwardly catches him. Shenhe finds Kaya, and eliminates him. At this point, everyone is aware by now about what Shenhe is doing, and tries to avoid her. Venti finds Ganyu sleeping near a tree, and just quietly catches her. Raiden sees Chi-Chi, who wasn't even trying to be quiet and sneaky, and looked like she was just casually looking around. She also realizes she can do something odd, and calls for Sarah to go to her. Ido tries his best to stop her from going, but Sarah insisted, and goes to Raiden, ready to give all of her assistance to her. And Raiden just awkwardly catches her. Border shrinking time. With the last border shrink, it would be much smarter to stay in one hiding place, because the hunters can easily see you if you go out in the open. Ningguang gives Saryu, Diona, and Klee a small sword, and instructs them to do something. They happily agree to do it, because they made a deal with her. Albedo talks to Shenhe, and wants to make an alliance with her. They will work together to eliminate the biggest threat in the game, which is Mona, and he will also tell her important people that she should also eliminate. He knows this information because he has been spying on people, and is keeping track of who is still in the game. The only person she is forbidden to eliminate is Klee. Shenhe thinks Albedo is really valuable and accepts the alliance. Venti sees us spying on him, and together with Zhongli, they manage to trap Fish L, and he eliminates her. Raiden sees a weird carving that says back of church lamp. She goes to the Mondstadt city and looks at the back of the church and sees Diluc hiding, transformed as a lamp. She realizes what the carvings mean and tells the other hunters. Thanks to the carvings, they manage to find Ayaka and Toma, and then Bennett gets eliminated because he was outside the border. And with the 3 of them eliminated, it is now the final 10. It's between Shenhe, Mona, Albedo, Ningguang, Sayu, Klee, Diona, Rosaria, Ito, and Kazuha. Who do you guys think will win? Comment down below. Ito goes out into the open field because he saw a very rare insect, but then Raiden sees him and catches him. Venti finds Diona, who was riding something in a tree, but Diona seems unbothered and says her duty is done, so it's fine. Meanwhile, Albedo and Shenhe execute their plan. Shenhe sees Mona, but before she can even get close, she started running away from her spot. Mona predicts that Shenhe will be able to block her in the left and right direction, and if forward, the hunters are near there, so she might get caught, but if she goes to the water, she will be able to avoid her, and then go back to land. Then suddenly, before Mona could even make a plan, Shenhe slashes her. Albedo's plan was to give her too many options in her path, resulting in her needing more time to think, and slowing down enough to the point Shenhe can reach her. But because they were in an open field, the hunters easily find Shenhe as well, and she finally gets eliminated. Even with her silent movement, it is still too dangerous out in the open. Venti then hears a sound near a tree and climbs it. Sayu and Klee were climbing a tree, doing something, and when they got caught, they also seemed unbothered, like Diona. It is now the final 4. They think that it will be a while until any of the hunters can find them, but then shockingly, the hunters easily find and catch Albedo, Rosaria, and Kazuha, making Ningguang the winner. They ask how the hunters easily found them when they had a really good hiding spot, and the hunters say it's because of the carvings that they saw in the trees. It revealed their exact location and what item they were disguised as. For Albedo, it was Statue of 7, Flower. For Rosaria, Wolf Boss Domain, Wolf Hook. And for Kazuha, it was Mondstadt Walls, Chest. They realized it must be Ningguang's doings, and she laughs, and her entire plan to victory is revealed. Ningguang, before the game started, made a deal with some of the players to spy on others, and to tell her where they were hiding. In return, she would give her things they liked. She only did the deal with players who knew they had no chance of winning. When the final border shrink happened, she gave Sayu, Diona, and Klee a small sword, and tells them to carve things she will say into trees and rocks. The things they carved were the location and the object of the remaining players. The 3 of them managed to do it because of their pretty good stealth, and she knew the remaining players would not move out of their spot because it would be too dangerous. All she had to do now is wait until the hunters find the carvings and catch the other players. That is how Ningguang won, thanks to her wide range of communication network. Even with her average hiding spot, the chances are higher that the hunters would find the carvings before they can find her. That is the end of the video. Subscribe and like. Bye.